Oh man, today feels good. Today I woke up, guys. I had a good day today. I had a very good day today. How was your day? What did you guys do today? Did you guys watch any football? The Premier League. I mean, today's result has been great in the Premier League today. Like what? City drew. Chelsea's game was insane. Arsenal came back from behind in the last second. What else? Leverkusen they drew. What else happened today? Juventus. Once again they won and they haven't conceded a goal. What else? What else happened? Oh, La Liga. Such a dad one. Wait, what else happened in La Liga? Wait. Oh. Oh. 4-2. The win streak is over. 7 out of 7 games for Hansi Flick and Barcelona was going on a roll till they face Osasuna, and they've lost 4-2 in a game which, honestly speaking, you guys all know me. I'm a very unbiased fan, and I give my credit where credit is due, and I also criticize when needed to. Today's game goes on a couple players for not delivering and not stepping up. But it goes, I'm going to be real, 75% of the blame goes to one person, and his name is Hansi Flick. Before I go any further, do not forget to, of course, like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. And yeah, comment your own thoughts about the game and whether you agree or disagree with what I'm about to say. Before everyone goes, what the hell are you talking about? How are you blaming Hansi Flick? X, Y, and Z. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the lineup. Let's talk about... This is the lineup that Hansi Flick put forward. Koundé, of course, playing. Sergio Dominguez, youngster, came in. Jared Martin, youngster, came in. Pablo Toure, of course, started the last 2 games. He scored against Villarreal. Good game against Villarreal. Last game against Getafe, didn't really do well. But the 2 biggest changes and the 2 massive, crucial changes for Barcelona was, of course, hold on. Let me just see if you guys, you guys can all see my screen. Perfect. Was, of course, Ferran Torres on the right-hand side and Pau Victor on the left-hand side, which means no Lamine and no Raphinha. Let's just understand what this means. I fully understand Hansi Flick in terms of rotating the team because he's done it before. Listen, I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by he's done it before. I'll show you exactly what I mean by done it before. This game against Villarreal, he's done it before. Dominguez played, Martin played, but I'm gonna go through the teams and I'm gonna tell you the key patterns on what I mean by rotating. Yeah, look at this team. Very similar. Of course, Kabasi instead of Inigo Martinez played today. Koundé is still the same. Dominguez and Martin still the same. Garcia played. Pedri is the same. But look at this. Look at this. Lamine, Liwa, Raphinha. Let's go to a random game. Getafe. Rotations? Yes, there is. What? Pablo Toure. No Pedri now. Casalo's playing. Cool. But the key point. Raphinha, Liwa, Lamine Yamal. All right, maybe let's go on a random game. Let's go to Girona. I think Girona played the whole team. Yeah, they played the whole team. My point is, if you want to rotate, there's no issues with that. You can't rotate 2 of your most important pieces when it comes to the left-hand side and right-hand side. Your best player in Lamine Yamal this season, and for me, you're arguably second best player in Raphinha. You can make changes if you are home. You're making changes against a team like Osasuna, who's not a scrub. They're not a bum team. They're not a team that you can just play about and beat them 5-1, 6-1. They're not. They are very organized, and they are 8th. Before this game, they were 8th or 9th in the league. They're a very organized team, and they've got threat up front with Zaragoza, Budimir, who's... We'll talk about Zaragoza's players shortly. About Osasuna's players shortly. You're playing a team. Koundé in the first half got cooked. But my biggest problem for this Barcelona team was this and this and this. A main reason why Barcelona has been very successful this season was because of Balde. Balde carrying the ball forward, progressing with the ball, overlapping when needed to, inverting inside the midfield. He's been doing a lot of this season. Over 4.2 dangerous attacks from Barcelona this season has come from the left-hand side. And most of it came down to Balde, literally being the threat on the left-hand side. You replace him with Martin, with Gerard Martin, who can't do that to that level at all. He doesn't have the same ability, technically, and in terms of going forward. Even defensively, he's not as good. I thought defensively would be good. He's not as good defensively. What I don't understand is how they had someone like Valle, but they loaned him out, and they decided to keep this guy. Horror decision. Moving on. You're playing Eric Garcia. All right, cool. Eric Garcia, he's there for the defensive ability. He's there for the dirty work. Behind the scenes, clear things up, being the dog. Brother, he was no dog today. He wasn't a dog. He was a little puppy. He was a puppy today. That was no real man. He wasn't a real man. It was a chihuahua today. Pablo Torre. Last game he wasn't good. Why would you play him again? But the biggest thing is, if you want to rotate Lamine and Raphinha, you can do it. No problem. Why would you rotate both of them at the same time? You can maybe rotate Raphinha, keep Lamine, or take Lamine off and keep Raphinha. But you decided to play. You decided to rotate both of them and then have Ferran Torres and Pau Victor. Ferran Torres, he can't do anything with the ball. He is a liability. He's got no decision making. He's got no passing ability. He's got no IQ. He's got no dribbling ability. He's got no creativity. He's got no space. Not space, pace. He can't do anything with the ball. Ferran Torres is worth 60 million. And I swear to God, if he's worth 60 million, then wallah, I'm worth 10 million. There is not a 60 million difference between Ferran Torres and Faysal Hassan. There is not. I refuse to believe he's worth 60 million more than me. There is not a 60 million between me and him. There isn't. If he's worth 60, I'm worth 10. As simple as that. Sign me. Come and sign me. But no, the first half, Osasuna was on smoke. 2-0. Boom. Straight away. Zaragoza cooked Koundé. He absolutely cooked Koundé throughout the first 45 minutes. Budimir was being a dog. He was being a bully between these two defenders, bro. The goal, the header, incredible cross from Zaragoza, and of course the header from Budimir. Ayman Uruz was incredible. I predicted it before the game in my watch along. I said those three are the danger men. Zaragoza, you all remember what happened the last time Barcelona played Zaragoza? Last time they faced Zaragoza in the league with Granada. You all know what happened. Budimir, an absolute threat. So the first half, Barcelona, the reason why they struggled is because there was no one could pass it to Liwa. Liwa was non-existent, not because he had a bad game. It's just because no ball got to him. This guy didn't get the ball to him. Pablo Torre didn't get the ball to him. Pau Victor wasn't able to get the ball to him. This guy's got no ability to pretty much get the ball. It was only Pedri. And Pedri, there was so much responsibility in the first half. But, bro, these Torre and Ibanez and Uruz was on him. Whenever he got the ball, it was on him. So, Pedri was non-existent in the first half. So, you can't really expect, if he can't do it, and if he can't do it, and he can't do it, and he can't do it, you can't expect him to do it. And especially when you don't have no attack on this side. The second half, I expected maybe Hansi Flick to put his hands up and say, you know what, guys, I got it wrong. Maybe let me bring on Raphinha and Lamine Yamal straight in the first half. He didn't even do that. He waited till what? 59 minutes till he brought them on. And it was too late at that point. Yes, I know it was 2-1, but you bring them on early on. To be fair, in the second half, Barca did have the momentum because Herrera, my goodness gracious, one of the worst goalkeeping sequences I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if you guys watched it. He first was wasting time. He was waiting for Liwa to come to him before picking it up. He was wasting maybe 10 seconds. First of all, why would you waste time when there was still 45 minutes to over 40 minutes to go? That's the first point. Secondly, you wasted time. The whole point of you wasting time, you pick it up and you just dive to it. What you did is you picked it up and you start running to play the fast counter attack. Okay, cool. What's the point of wasting time then? You did that, and it was a bad throw. And you did that. You ran back, but you had no awareness. And the shot from Paul Victor, it wasn't even that difficult, but you just let it go. One of the worst goalkeeping displays I've ever seen in my life. But what it tells me, I'm go back to full screen. What this tells me, and what is one thing? This tells me a lot of things about Hansi Flick. And in my opinion, I blame a lot of things for Barcelona. Like I said, the players never didn't deliver. They didn't really step up. Barcelona was complacent. They were very complacent. The lack of passing, the lack of creativity. I think they felt that this is too easy for us. We'll just win this game. And that comes down to the manager. I think the manager came into this game and said, you know what? I'm happy to rotate him. I can still win the game. I've done it before. I've done it against Villarreal. I've done it against Getafe. I've done it before. I've got a track record of doing it. I'm sure I can do it today. That shows two things. That shows arrogance, because clearly you never really planned this game and you never really had the memo of what Osasuna can do. And secondly, it shows stubbornness, because as a manager, if the first 45 minutes does not work and the lineup you put forward does not work at all, then the best thing to do is the moment the first half ends, you put your hands up, you talk to the players, okay, you didn't do anything, but you change the tactics around. Straight after, you put the right players in. He didn't even do that. He waited to the 60th minute. Why? In my opinion, I think it comes down to stubbornness, in the sense of, okay, it didn't work, but I'll make it work. And as a manager, you can't be stubborn. You can't be stubborn as a manager, bro. The one thing that you can't do as a manager, you can have a lot of traits as a manager. You can be arrogant, that's fine. You can be confident, that's fine. You can be emotional, passionate, that's fine. You can't be stubborn, because the moment you're stubborn, it kills the way you think and approach a game. Arteta, the reason why he lost the Premier League last season, he was stubborn because he played Havertz as a midfielder when everyone knew he was a midfielder, but he stuck to it, and the moment he changed it was too late. Ange, he's very stubborn. He's not changing his approach when everyone knows you can't play a high line every single game, but he keeps doing it against every single opponent, no matter what circumstances. Whether it's 9 players against Chelsea, he still do it. You can't do that. You need to have a plan A and a plan and a plan B and a plan C. You can't be stubborn. Hansi Flick today was absolute stubborn in his approach of the game and arrogance about him. Which means all the talks about, oh, Real Madrid needs to watch out before they play Atleti because we're about to be 7 points behind them. I mean, you can't even beat Osasuna. This win from Osasuna is the perfect result for Real Madrid. Because Real Madrid are now going to tomorrow's game. If Barcelona had won today and Real Madrid had lost tomorrow, there would have been a 7-point difference between Madrid and Barcelona. And I'll put my hands up and say, you know what? The league looks very unlikely. Even with, we're still in October. It was very unlikely. There was a possibility that a 7-point difference could now be a 1-point difference if we beat Atleti tomorrow. And if we go to if we play Barcelona, El Clasico, end of October, and that's only 1 point separates us, that would be with all the injuries that we've had, that will be, Barcelona has, to be fair, Barcelona has had injuries of their own as well, but it will be perfect. Because in my mind, when they beat Villarreal and they beat Girona, I was like, shit. Barcelona, that's no way they'll lose against Osasuna. That's no way they'll lose against Alaves. And that's no way they will lose against Seville. In my mind, I was like, all right, we have to win every game because I feel like the 4-point advantage is still going to be there. That's a 1-point advantage now. But guys, like I said, the reason for the loss, players didn't step up. A lot of them didn't step up, to be fair. But it comes down to Hansi Flick and the lineup. Just bad team management. And even in-game management, it wasn't the best as well. It wasn't like you keeping Ferran Torres for the whole game made no sense at all. It made absolute no sense at all. You keeping Eric Garcia on for the whole game made no sense at all. You taking too much time to bring Bode on made no sense at all. There's been so many bad decisions by. This is the worst game that he's coached for. But again, I'm not overreacting. I'm not saying he's not a shit coach. He's a very good coach, and his resume speaks for itself. This season, he's won 7 out of 8. He's still leading La Liga. But this is the worst game he's coached by far in terms of the team that he put forward and in terms of in-game management. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the game. How you, all of you Barcelona fans, what you think about the reasons why you lost. And yeah, man, Real Madrid, Atleti, tomorrow. I'm going live an hour before the game. The game kickstarts at 8 p.m. UK time. I'm going live at 7. I'm going an hour early before the game on my channel to do a stream, a watch along. I'll talk about the lineups, react to the lineups, react to how Madrid can beat Atleti and how Atleti can beat Madrid. So I'll see you guys tomorrow an hour before. And Osasuna, Hala Osasuna.